I didn't smoke so much crack. I was born in 77, so that makes me like 46, right? Damn, 97.
When did you start smoking crack?
When I was 15,
Who introduced you to crack cocaine?
a man for extracurricular activities. So you used to party on it, get high, have sex, party, move around. It was a little bit different back then. It was real cocaine.
Was it better?
Man, we used to smoke out a Gerber jar with matches. You used to take all the matches off the book and you'd set them up 2 by 2 by 2. Gerber jar with a little straw. And man, just get so fucking like high. So high that I think I stayed in a room for like 2 days tweaking. This cocaine we got now is kind of like a tweak drug. Get up and move around, tweak, pop, lock, and jigaboo around. But yeah, back then it was mind blowing. I got stuck.
Have you been using ever since then?
Yes.
Wow.
I've been in prison behind crack. I didn't raise my kids behind crack. Crack has been my life. My parents have always understood, but like I often ask myself, like, why? I put crack before everything. Like I wake up with my pipe in my hand, my lighter, like I fall out like this, and as soon as I open my eyes, oh my God, do I have dope? Do I have a pipe? And I sit up and I take a hit. Start the monster all back over again. And part of me, I don't want to quit. I'm old now. My kids are raised. They're grown.
Who raised your kids?
My mom.
Your mom?
My dad. If they hadn't raised them, I don't know where they would be. You know,
what's the most humiliating thing you've done to get your crack?
Held somebody for ransom. Oh man, for $100,000 that I never thought I would ever do. Like I was so cracked. Oh man, I look like a wolf.
Did you get the money?
Yes and no. We got the money, but I got a prison sentence. The DEA took me down. Like I'll never forget that. It was all over the news, and I was just fiending. Like,
and that's not in your natural personality?
No.
To do that kind of stuff?
No.
The drugs are what drive it.
Man, my addiction is a beast. Like, you know, somebody can smoke a 20 or 40 a day and smoke $700, $800, $1,000 a day. Like, I have to take a hit like every 10 minutes, and you smoke too much. Of course, I put 10s and 20s on the pipe.
It's not about common sense, is it?
No.
It's not about like, oh, this is bad for me, I should stop.
Listen, it is, but my logic tells me like, this is fun, this is it.
And you're going to do whatever it takes to get more?
Yes.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever. I've died off of fentanyl. I wanted some crack that day so bad. I begged this boy for some crack. And for some reason, I never pray over my drugs, but I prayed over that crack rock. I said, Lord, please, make sure there's no fentanyl. And as soon as I hit it, I told him call 911. I said, that's fentanyl. That's all I remember. Fractured
How many times have you OD'd like that?
Just once at the police station with a handful of crack rocks, and they even packed my bong in my bra when I got to the hospital. The doctor was like, what is this? I was like, oh, let me have that. I left the hospital and I didn't even go home. I came right back downtown looking for some more crack. It was, I guess I was passed out for 12 minutes, they said. They fractured my sternum, trying to revive me. And I was out here bent over. I couldn't even walk. Still hustling to get crack. More crack. I'd be crying for crack. It's sad. But listen.
It becomes your top priority, right?
It is my top priority. It's at the top of my list every day.
More than your kids, more than your...
I haven't talked to my daughter in years. My son, none of my kids do drugs. And they know about my addiction. My son tries to talk to me, tell me, Mom, if you die out here, nobody cares. but me. You know, you got to get clean if you want to be around your grandkids. You think I went to a program or I've stopped? No. Still pulling like a locomotive. I love that feeling of getting high. I love that numbness.
And it still goes on after all these years?
Oh yes, I make sure. I smoke out of bongs. I make big old. I'm not even a crackhead. I'm a freebaser. Like I really get high up for weeks.
You don't sleep, right?
Smoking.
How many days do you go without sleep?
Maybe 10.
10 days with no sleep.
Delusional. My feet reflect how much like I really.
So tell me about Cavi feet.
Man. I don't know because I can't feel them. I smoke too much crack. But if you look at
Cavi feet is when you've been up for days.
Yes, but if you look at them, they look like they hurt. Big old rips in them. Look like I've been on the.
You see people tiptoeing around Skid Row.
That's why I got these Wadiachis on right now because my feet hurt. My feet hurt so bad they won't even fit in the shoe. But that's all right. I'm still gonna move around. My feet look like I've been on the freeway with Fred and Barney. You know how they use their feet for brakes, and it doesn't matter. They'll be hurting. I'll still find a way. Catch a bus, jump on a scooter, get in a wagon. Somebody pull me, get in a shopping cart.
Where do you stay? Are you in a tent?
No, I stay in Linwood. But listen, I don't want to be there. I've been in this house for 3 years, but they always ask me why you don't want to be at home because there's no fucking crack there.
You'd rather be here?
Yep. That's why I said I have a house. Very nice house.
But you'd be happy?
I'm happy here.
Staying right here in a tent or whatever?
Not even in a tent. I just sit on the curb and smoke. Watch the police go by, smoke at the police station. What are you doing? Nothing. If you get out my way, I'm about to get high. Yep, I sit right at the police station right there on that wall. Safest place to get high. Safest place.
Skid Row's an addict's paradise.
Man.
The cops won't even bother you.
Listen, they let you get high. They don't care about no fucking pipes. The fetty heads.
They would need 20, not 20, they need 200 school buses full of.
No, you need about 500 school buses. Some people don't even want to move out of downtown. The drugs are accessible. You don't have to buy food. They're gonna feed you every day. You can go to the missions, you get free clothes. The people come down and feed, they give you money, tell you believe in Jesus. Might be a $10 bill in there. Man passes out Bibles, there's $50, $100 bills. Do you think that I'm gonna take that $50 or that $100 bill home? Nope, straight to the crack man. And then I was just telling him, he was like, what are you gonna do with your money? I was like, I'm gonna go buy a ball and smoke it to oblivion all day today.
And there's all kinds of programs here for people to get clean, but nobody seems to be going for it.
There's programs to get clean down here?
Yeah.
Where?
At the missions.
You know, let me tell you, I didn't know that. I thought those were just for the homeless people. We all know that those places are not for nobody to get clean. How are you gonna put a drug addict in a high drug area where drugs are so accessible, they let you smoke them all day long, and you're gonna get clean right here?
If you can get on the other side of that wall, you can get what you want.
Not even on the other side of the wall, you can send somebody out to go get it. Simple. Simple. This is not the place to get clean. You're gonna relapse. That's why half these people are on the streets. They came down here with good jobs, even worked for Skid Row, Housing and Trust, Housing Authority. They're down there pushing pipes now. As a matter of fact, I was just smoking with a case manager from the Weingart. I say, you're a case manager.
Just by being down here, you become an addict.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's in the air. There's so much drugs in the air, it just lingers. Everywhere you go, you can't help but see somebody with a needle in their arm, a pipe in their mouth, a pusher. I don't think you hear, do you got a hit? Do you got a pusher? You got some crack? Can I get a 50? You got some crystal? You got a Pookie pipe? Matter of fact, they give out free pipes now. Whip Brillo, Pookie pipes, the whole kit to use if you use needles. They give you everything. You don't have to pay for it no more.
You think you'll be down here the rest of your life?
Literally, I'm trying to smoke into oblivion. Literally. I love that feeling, and like I said, my kids are grown. I should be able to do what the fuck I want. I want to stay high for the rest of my life. It's the next lifetime.
What's your biggest regret?
not raising my kids. Don't know them. And because I've been smoking drugs so long, I've been numb to the feeling of being a mom.
Yeah. And the shame makes you want to just smoke.
The guilt.
Yeah.
I want to. But I don't want to face everything that comes with it.
That's right. What do you think people that don't do drugs don't understand about a drug like crack cocaine?
Everybody's addiction is different. Mine's not an addiction. Mine is a disease. If you don't smoke dope, you can't place your feet in my shoes. Not every day do I want to get up and put a pipe in my mouth. Some days I do want to be clean. Just for that minute. Till reality kicks back in. And I have to get high to deal with all the shit that I've been through. The men touching me, being raped. It doesn't just, you don't wake up one day and say you want to be a drug addict. For every action is a reaction. It's the only way I can numb the pain. Sadly. If you've never done drugs, don't judge a drug addict. You don't know what they've been through. I hurt deeply. But cocaine covers over all that. All of that. I get happy when I think about it.
What's your biggest fear now?
I'm gonna die with a crack pipe in my mouth. When I overdosed the day before Father's Day. I would have been devastating to my son. You know, my mom just passed. My spouse passed. And he said, you know, Mom, you're gonna die with a crack pipe in your mouth. And he said, I'm gonna be the only one to go to the morgue to identify you because I'm the only one who cares. And every day I tell myself, I don't wanna die with this in my mouth, but I also don't wanna put it down. I know what it takes to go get clean and sober. It's not what I want to do. Not right now. I'm not hurting nobody. I'm getting high. And what's the difference in me getting high and the rich people getting high? They just have more money and we don't see their actions. I'm just out in the street and for everyone to see. But I don't want to die with a crack pipe in my mouth.
If you had your life to live all over again, what would you have done differently?
I'd have been a mother. I'd have raised my children.
Not messed around with that guy when you were 15?
Nope. I would have put my kids first. But drugs had already consumed me. So I was already lost. My mom was a drug addict. My mom smoked cocaine. I remember I was like 7 or 8 years old. A dope man threw a lit match in my hair and he burnt me. My mom didn't even care. Her husband molested me. She didn't care. My mom got clean and sober though. She used to always tell me, don't try to swim the ocean, you'll drown. But if you just tread water, she said, you'll make it. So I'm just treading water. Just treading. Hopefully I make it.
Zenobia, what would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
That being a drug addict, though, we think that we're not hurting anybody else. And we're only hurting ourselves. We're hurting the ones that love us the most worse. The cause and the effect. You know, my boy is like 27 years old. And he'll break down to tears. Tell me, Mom, I need you. I need you to be clean and sober. But it doesn't bother me. It hurts me, but it doesn't bother me. Because I've been doing it all his life. So he's used to it.
He understands.
He does, but he doesn't. He does because I'm his mom, but he doesn't understand why I keep putting that first and not a relationship with him. I want to. I wish God would just one day just zap me and you're a mom. But it's not the reality. So until then, I'll just keep hitting my pipe, hoping that it takes the pain away, hoping that it covers over all the ill feelings that I have, the shame and the guilt. You know, my mom passed and I smoked so much dope, she begged me to come see her before she died. I couldn't put my crack pipe down. That the day I finally put it down to get some sleep, she passed. You know, when I got to her mailbox and checked the mail, she had ordered my birth certificate 2 weeks prior because she knew she was gonna die. And the lady was so loving. During my whole addiction with cancer and chemotherapy and radiation, she used to drive to Skid Row just to see me, sick and all. And I remember her telling me, you know, Zenobia, I'm gonna check out the hospital tonight. I just wanna go home. And she said, I'm doing really good. I want you to come see me. She already knew she was dying. But all I wanted to do, I didn't have enough crack to go. I need to make some more money, and the guilt and the shame just eats me alive. It eats me alive. And hopefully she'll forgive me one day. Hopefully I'll forgive myself.
All right. Zenobia, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
Wish you all the luck in the world.